expert parallelism, all kinds of parallelism, distributing the workload across multiple GPUs, processing it as fast as possible, because if you are in a factory, if you run a factory, your throughput directly correlates to your revenues. Your throughput directly correlates to quality of service, and your throughput directly correlates to the number of people who can use your service. We are now in a world where data center throughput, utilization is vitally important. It was important in the past, but not vitally important. It was important in the past, but people don't measure it. Today, every parameter is measured. Start time, uptime, utilization.
Packaged as easy to deploy, fully optimized microservices or NIMs. Developers can integrate ACE NIMs into their existing frameworks, engines, and digital human experiences. Nemotron SLM and LLM NIMs to understand our intent and orchestrate other models.
This is Earth 2. The idea that we would create a digital twin of the Earth, that we would go and simulate the Earth so that we could predict the future of our planet to better avert disasters or better understand the impact of climate change so that we can adapt better, so that we could change our habits now. This digital twin of Earth is probably one of the most ambitious projects that the world's ever undertaken, and we're taking large steps every single year, and I'll show you results every single year, but this year we made some great breakthroughs. It's an AI. Well, this AI is, of course, quite complex in itself, but the computing stack that runs AIs are insanely complex. When you go and use ChatGPT, underneath their stack is a whole bunch of software. Underneath that prompt is a ton of software, and it's incredibly complex because the models are large, billions to trillions of parameters. It doesn't run on just one computer, it runs on multiple computers. It has to distribute the workload across multiple GPUs, tensor parallelism, pipeline parallelism, data parallelism, all kinds of parallelism, expert parallelism, all kinds of parallelism, distributing the workload across multiple GPUs, processing it as fast as possible, because if you are in a factory, if you run a factory, your throughput directly correlates to your revenues. And that's why it's a new industrial revolution. And now we have a new factory, a new computer. And what we will run on top of this is a new type of software. And we call it NIMs, NVIDIA Inference Microservices. Now what happens is the NIM runs inside this factory. And this NIM is a pre-trained model. In the late 1890s, Nikola Tesla invented an AC generator. We invented an AI generator. The AC generator generated electrons. NVIDIA's AI generator generates tokens. Both of these things have large market opportunities.
An Omniverse RTX with DLSS for neural rendering of skin and hair.
And so we installed every single RTX GPU with tensor core processing, and now we have 100 million GeForce RTX AI PCs in the world. Google announced that they've put cuDF in the cloud and accelerate Pandas. Pandas is the most popular data science library in the world. Many of you in here probably already use Pandas. It's used by 10 million data scientists in the world. Downloaded 170 million times each month. It is the Excel, it is the spreadsheet of data scientists. Well, with just one click, you can now use Pandas in Colab, which is Google's cloud data centers platform, accelerated by cuDF. The speed up is really incredible. Let's take a look.
Riva Speech NIMs for interactive speech and translation. Audio to face and gesture NIMs for facial and body animation. And Omniverse RTX with DLSS for neural rendering of skin and hair.
And so we installed every single RTX GPU with tensor core processing. So what we did was we created this AI in a box, and it contains an incredible amount of software. Inside this container is CUDA, cuDNN, TensorRT, Triton for inference services. It is cloud native so that you could auto-scale in a Kubernetes environment. It has management services and hooks so that you can monitor your AIs. It has common APIs, standard APIs, so that you could literally chat with this box. We now have the ability to create large language models and pre-trained models of all kinds. And we have all of these various versions, whether it's language-based or vision-based or imaging-based, or we have versions that are available for healthcare, digital biology. We have versions that are digital humans that I'll talk to you about.
And finally, AI models that reproduce lifelike appearances, enabling real-time path-traced subsurface scattering to simulate the way light penetrates the skin, scatters, and exits at various points, giving skin its soft and translucent appearance. NVIDIA ACE is a suite of digital human technologies.
On Monday, the storm will veer north again and approach Taiwan. There are big uncertainties regarding its path. Different paths will have different levels of impact on Taiwan.
Someday, in the near future, we will have continuous weather prediction at every square kilometer on the planet.